What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Stan, and we back with another reaction, man. We got how this homeless kid became the biggest streamer on earth.
This man became the #1 streamer, even though he was homeless. So how does someone go from living on the streets to being
yeah, chat, that boy just hit a million subs on Twitch, man. The first person to ever hit 1 million subs on Twitch. That's crazy. If he can do it, you can do it.
For $60 million deals? Well, this is the story of Cenat.
He's got 20 million followers on social media.
He grew up in the shelter, bro. Ladies and gentlemen, Cenat!
Kai grew up in one of the most desirable and iconic places on earth, New York City. And with him alongside 3 other siblings,
I've been in New York, chat.
They seemed like a perfectly happy family. Until everything suddenly came crashing down. At just the age of 5 years old, Kai's dad abandoned the family out of nowhere, leaving his mom alone to raise all 4.
Hell, dad, man. How you gonna leave my boy Kai in the trenches like that, man? Hell, dad, man. How you gonna abandon the family, though? You can't do that.
Suddenly came crashing down. At just the age of 5 years old, Kai's dad abandoned the family out of nowhere, leaving his mom alone to raise all 4 kids by herself, and sadly, she couldn't afford the bills, so they had to resort to staying in homeless shelters.
Crazy.
My mom was like struggling on her own and stuff. It was a lot of tough times, and we had to be in the shelter for quite some time.
But despite everything looking down for Kai, what he didn't know was that he was about to meet someone that would become family. This is Aunt Kathy, a woman who ran a summer camp program to help take inner city kids like Kai and allow them to experience life in a completely different setting.
The experience was to get like city kids out of the city and into like more of like the having fun countryside and like getting used to it and seeing how it is.
But Kai was not just another kid at Aunt Kathy's summer camps. He actually formed an extremely special bond with her, kept going back year after year just to see her, and she would even help buy things Kai needed that his mom couldn't afford.
You're like a second mother to me.
That's hard.
You know, from the DS, from the games, from me being in GameStop, like my first laptop to start editing videos on. You literally got me everything that I wanted that my mom sometimes couldn't afford. And
so now with the help of Aunt Kathy, Kai's real mom was actually able to get back on her own 2 feet and finally afford to get a place of their own again.
Love the grind, love the hustle, you know, the hustle. Without the Bronx, there's no KC, bro.
Here in the Bronx is where Kai would spend the majority of his teenage years. And while it was better than being homeless, I think.
Woo! This is how Kai blew up, right? Well, I ain't gonna say this how he blew up, but this part of his blow up right here. That rat ran through the crib while he was doing push-ups. Whoa.
He was actually located in the South Bronx, which is one of the most crime-ridden and dangerous areas of the entire city.
Now a hangout for the destitute, the down-and-out, drug users. People who live and work in the area want help. City action.
Not only did homeless drug addicts and even gang members make it dangerous for Kai to just walk outside, he'd also just began attending Frederick Douglass Academy, which was a high school notorious for problems relating to violence too.
Frederick Douglass High School employee is hospitalized tonight after a gunman opened fire inside the school.
So with all this negativity surrounding him at school, home, and pretty much everywhere he went, Kai eventually coped with everything by becoming the class clown.
They had to sit in that castle for like 3 hours. That was mad boring.
Alright, now, with comedy coming natural to Kai, he started posting more and more funny skits to his Snapchat, IG, and Facebook stories.
Bitch, I don't need you. Are you money? No!
Then after realizing how much he started loving making people laugh, and also got to meet some of his biggest influencer idols like Roman Atwood and even Fousey too, Kai started to see a future involving content creation, so he took the laptop that Aunt Kathy bought him, and he got to work.
I know a lot of y'all been asking me, Kai, where's your YouTube channel? Why don't you have a YouTube channel? You need to start getting paid for what you're doing. Kai, where's your YouTube channel? I got one thing to say. Welcome to my YouTube channel!
Kai uploaded his first YouTube video on January 13th, 2018.
January 13th, 2018. That's crazy.
and immediately fell in love. From getting a senior picture captioned a camera on a dream, to flooding non-stop prank videos,
Bro, it's a prank.
challenges, gaming content, and so much more. Kai's high-energy personality seemed like it was made for content. So not only was he immediately raking in hundreds of thousands of views,
You been watching him since day one? Nah, I ain't start watching Kai till 2021. When they first moved into the first AMP career.
Kai was sure he'd finally found his calling. But
I ain't even see him on YouTube. I ain't start watching him until he started streaming. And that's the whole reason I downloaded Twitch, because of Kai. I ain't gonna lie. I never even heard of Twitch until I heard of Kai. No cap.
unfortunately, not everybody felt the same
Now look
way.
where we
My
at.
principal called me down in her office. She called my shit's trash. Like she said,
So you never heard of him until I did these reactions? That's crazy.
stop doing this in my building. She said this is garbage. This is trash. I ain't gonna lie. My bitch ass cried a little bit.
Hate like that,
Who said
This is
that?
garbage. In her office,
unfortunately, not everybody felt the same way.
my principal called me down in her office. She called my shit's trash. Like she said, stop doing this in my building. She said this is garbage. This is trash. I ain't gonna lie. My bitch ass cried a little bit.
Hate like that wasn't the only thing weighing Kai down, because just a year later he began attending college. And while it did help boost his YouTube career with even more viral videos, like doing ding-dong ditching people's dorms, at the
That boy
same
Dez.
time as all that success, Kai was also getting absolutely swamped with homework and started having major issues balancing his school life alongside his newfound YouTube career. So he knew he had to make a huge decision. He chose content, duh. Now with all the time and freedom in the world, Kai was posting more than ever and also pulling more views than ever. From averaging less than 100,000 views per video to now almost every single upload getting over 500,000 views. Going up like that even had other creators taking notice.
I've been down to meet another NY YouTuber, but you know, I have to give him the NY source.
Phantom was another, at the time, bigger YouTuber from the Bronx.
It's crazy because Phantom really got it Kai to where he at right now. But I ain't even hear of Phantom until I heard about Kai.
And just skipping over the fact that their first interaction was Phantom literally robbing Kai. I'm saving that story for another video coming soon, so stay tuned. After eventually normally linking up, Phantom expressed how much he loved everything Kai was doing, and then even invited him to try out for his new YouTube group named AMP.
And our guest appearance for this video.
Yes, sir, yes, sir, yes, sir. Let's go.
AMP already had Phantom,
That
Duke,
boy look nervous.
Yes, sir, yes, sir, yes, sir. Let's go.
AMP already had Phantom, Duke, Agent, Chris, and Davis,
But these niggas done came a long way. But
absolutely no one brought the energy like Kai.
If you don't want to give me a number, give me a number. Alright, man.
So now after spending the entire day with them filming a video and just getting to know everybody, it was instantly clear that Kai fit right in, so
Hey, welcome to AMP, man. Welcome to
AMP Kai brought a whole new dynamic to the group. And after spending the next year constantly helping him pump out multi-million view bangers, thousands of AMP fans instantly fell in love with him. But despite his and AMP's huge success, it was now early 2021, and as we all know, COVID was completely taking over the world. Damn near everybody was being forced.
where was y'all at during COVID, chat? Me, I was in boot camp. I was in boot camp when COVID first started. Like, I got out of boot camp. I didn't even know what was going on. Like, what is COVID? What is y'all talking about? Why y'all wearing masks? We ain't know nothing about that, chat. Then we got out, and I was in A school. A school is where we learned our job at. And everybody was wearing masks and shit. I'm like, damn. I was in Mississippi. By the time I got home, though, it was over with.
To stay quarantined, which kinda was a good thing because it made streaming on Twitch suddenly reach a whole new level.
I wish I would have been doing YouTube videos back then, though.
The
No
biggest
cap.
content creators weren't even YouTubers anymore, they were streamers. So on the day of February 2nd, 2021, Kai made a choice that would change his life forever.
I will now be streaming on Twitch.
What started out as just Kai writing solo with normal reaction content and gaming streams that were
Damn, I ain't even know he was doing Well, he do reactions, but I ain't see like the first couple streams. First few streams.
I will now be streaming on Twitch.
what started out as
Right,
just
here I
Kai
is.
writing solo
Like, he ain't have a good camera or nothing. I'm like, damn. I ain't see these days.
solo with normal reaction content and gaming streams that were already putting up some big numbers. Eventually things turned into more creative content like his Riz Academy.
Unspoken Riz is a very rare Riz.
1v1ing WNBA.
Yeah, this one I started watching right here when he was in this crib.
Kai even started collaborating with other huge creators from Gideon to Aiden Ross, and just to put it mildly, dude was going viral. 50,000 followers in just 1 month, 100,000 in less than 2 months, all while putting up view counts like these? No wonder why Kai was now able to announce the biggest news of his life so far.
Time for the
Alright, Phantom was only popping champagne like this, cause Kai just dropped $2.4 million on their own private AMP
He didn't buy this himself, though. Everybody in the group put it in on.
mansion. It had a pool for partying, a backyard basketball court, then going inside the house and all the way down these stairs was this giant
2.4 million though, that's crazy, cause this crib in Cali, at least 10 mil.
$4 million on their own private AMP mansion. It had a pool for partying, a backyard basketball court, then going inside the house and all the way down these stairs was this giant ridiculous floor-having unfinished room that Kai would eventually turn into the most iconic streaming room in Twitch history.
Facts.
This man went from a tiny beat-down box in the Bronx all the way up to his own personal streaming mega mansion. It was obvious that Kai finally felt like he was really starting to make it. But what Kai didn't know was that all of this was just the beginning. So after blasting through 20,000 Twitch subscribers,
It looks so beautiful! It looks so beautiful!
then 50K too, and even an emotional 80K milestone.
80,000 is crazy.
When
Now
Kai
he had a
eventually
million.
reached a ridiculous 100,000 subs, that's when people really started taking notice of Kai's success, leading to his first ever celebrity collaboration.
Yo, chat, yo, chat, yo.
Oh, this. I don't think this can't be the first one. I don't think Blueface and Krishan was his first. Am I tripping? I feel like a celebrity pulled up to the first AMP crib too.
We killing bus walk. We killing Oh!
Nah, she was tweaking.
Oh, man, you put a hole in my wall.
You rich, you can fix it.
She was tweaking.
God, you just put a hole in my wall.
Okay. But regardless of that, and Blueface being only a maybe C-list celebrity, that stream took over all of social media and would eventually end up opening the door to a level of success that no streamer had ever even come close to seeing before.
Good morning, sir. It is time to stream for the next 30 days of your life.
What the f? The next 30 days of my life. Streaming. Me.
Yes, Kai, you. 30 days straight live, broadcasting his showering, sleeping and all, is what Kai called Mafiathon. And just during the first of 3 that he's done so far, Kai not only featured even more celebrity guests from NLE Choppa all the way up to Sky Jackson, he also organized endless ridiculous activities like his own talent show, or even dwarf wrestling. And creativity like that is what led to Kai breaking his first to so many records.
300,000, bro. Nobody has ever done 300,000.
Over 300,000 subscribers, earning him more than $750,000. Breaking ridiculous records like that was also why Kai was eventually named the 2023 Streamer of the Year.
And oh my, streamer of the year is crazy, man. I appreciate y'all. Thank y'all. Thank y'all.
But when it comes to Kai, breaking records once is never enough. Cause aside from doing his best Drake impression and going back to back the year after,
If you was to tell me that I'll be winning this back-to-back years in a row a few years ago, I would have laughed and not even believed you, man. But I'm just blessed. So that being said, you know who did? God did. Yeah.
But
Kai heard that another streamer managed
Ray done changed
to eventually break his subscriber record.
I'm number 2.
Kai immediately announced Mafiathon 2, which got even crazier.
Hey.
But before I show you just how crazy it got, some context that makes everything even wilder is that the second news got out that Kai was doing another Mafiathon, Twitch's rival streaming company named Kick took notice and offered Kai what could have been the biggest deal of his life.
50 million.
Day before the first Mafiathon, Kick called me on the phone, like it's all live, going on live, and it was like, yo, we'll give you 60, I think it was like 60 million if you stream half of the subathon on Kick, and then at the end of the subathon, you reveal that you have to join Kick. But I hung up the phone, I literally got down on my knees, and I prayed, and I asked God, if this is the right decision and I would have followed my heart, let me just make the right decision here, and please let me regret it.
$60 million is crazy, but what's even crazier is that Kai actually turned the deal.
Well, you gotta go with your heart, chat. If your heart telling you not to do something, you feel me? If you're not 100% sure about something, don't do it. Especially if it's gonna take away from what you built yourself independently.
Turned down 60 million to join Kick. Why did you do that?
It wasn't right. And I couldn't join Kick at the time because it was like, not all money is good money.
Right,
sometimes you gotta just say, no, this is not, this, it's cool, like it's generational. I'm more like, what am I stamping on the world?
Wow. Now with Kai going all in betting on himself, he had to make sure it was worth it. And sure enough, every single time you join dude's stream, you'd have to wipe your eyes and blink twice, cause I mean, dripped out robots.
Go offshore, King. What?
Giant cockroaches. Coked out rappers. Even iCarly. No wonder he pulled such crazy numbers. And streams were on a completely different level, so not only did he easily manage to retake his throne, Kai went on to more than double that, setting the record at an unbreakable, for now, 728,000 subscribers.
He just broke this record yesterday, chat. He doing another Mafiathon 3. He just hit 1 million subs yesterday.
Shattering records like that was something nobody could have predicted. So not only did it have Kai going mainstream and getting highlighted on Jimmy Fallon,
you set the record for most active subscriptions on Twitch and became the platform's most subscribed live streamer.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Being invited to the WWE,
hailing from the Bronx, New York, Kai Cenat!
And even getting featured on the red carpet at the Grammys.
Oh yeah, we had the Grammys.
We had the Grammys.
See what's going on.
See what's going on.
Stream.
All of this officially cemented Kai as the undisputed streaming GOAT. But even becoming the #1 streamer didn't stop Kai from remembering where he came from. And that's why he made sure to change the lives of his most cherished friends and family. He not only reunited with Aunt Kathy to bless her with the gift of a lifetime.
I don't know, honey.
No, take it. It's just a little sign of my appreciation, for real.
Kai, of course, showed gratitude to the person who sacrificed everything for him, his mom, by purchasing her a brand new $800,000 home. And Kai didn't just do things for family. He's now spending millions of dollars building a school out in Nigeria for underprivileged kids. But even though everything had seemingly come together for Kai, he did still have one massive hole in his heart until...
Do you have a relationship with your father?
I do. I was just with him yesterday, the first Christmas I ever had with my pops. Wow. When I was younger, I used to be so hard on my pops. I didn't want to talk to him or nothing like that. My sister was very close with him. But as I got older, it's like I mature and I realized accept the fact and forgive. I don't know what was going on. I don't know how stressed he was. I don't know how anything was. So he has kids. His little kids remind me of me and my brothers when we was growing up. So I just want to be able to help my pops out so that he can give his
those kids what he could give you.
Yeah, what I wanted. You feel me? So.
Wow, man. Kai's beyond real for that. And that's why with him continuing his legacy for Mafiathon 3, while aiming for insane goals never hit before, like 1 million subs.
This time, going for 1 million subscribers.
Oh, that's crazy.
I'm sure we're all glad.
When was he with Michael B. Jordan?
Million subs.
This time, going for 1 million subscribers.
Oh, that's crazy.
I'm sure we're all glad Kai's becoming as successful as he has, because if anyone deserves it, it's him.
W.